guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video about Jude Bellingham, because we have many new updates around the transfer saga, and the Sport Time editor-in-chief says that Liverpool are now optimistic of Jude Bellingham transfer for a big discount. This comes courtesy of a tweet update from Giannis Kourianopoulos, and he said that Liverpool can sign Jude Bellingham for around 90 to 100 million euros, which is around 75-80 million pounds. I'm not sure about the euro and pound conversion rate at the moment. The pound has really took a little bit of a nosedive, but that's another matter, and Liverpool are very optimistic about getting Jude Bellingham. His original asking price was 130 million, but I don't think anybody will pay that, and if they do, then Liverpool will probably walk away from the deal. But also we have a big update about, Jude Bellingham from Fabrizio Romano himself, the transfer guru. So if you enjoy these videos, leave a like and also support the channel financially if you can, so I can upgrade my equipment and my background by clicking the thanks button below the video. Fabrizio Romano is clear that Bellingham has not made a decision on his future yet, and Dortmund will probably decide his asking price after the World Cup. This is what Fabrizio Romano said. I can tell you, we are going to have a crazy few months of rumors ahead involving Jude Bellingham, but it's still important to stress that Dortmund are not negotiating with any clubs as of today. They will set their final asking price after the World Cup. There is no release clause in his contract. This is an important detail because Dortmund are aware that Bellingham's performances at the World Cup would surely affect his market value. Some rumors will be true, some will be untrue, that's part of the game. What I know for sure is that all the top European clubs will be there knocking on the door of Bellingham and his agents. Some have started contacts already, others are still waiting to join the race. Liverpool already are in contact with Liverpool. Liverpool will be there, Fabrizio Romano confirmed. They want Bellingham, they also wanted Tchouaméni in the summer, but Real Madrid paid 100 million for him, so we couldn't get him. Now a priority for Liverpool is to sign a top midfielder, and they saved money this summer because they signed Arthur on loan. Bellingham is now Liverpool's priority, and that comes from himself, Fabrizio Romano, which is brilliant to hear. Man City and Man United will also be there, but watch out for Real Madrid. They sold Casemiro to Man United for big money. I mean, still, it blows my mind that Man United would pay 70 million for a 30-year-old Casemiro. Yes, he's a good player, but Man United are just making so many incredible transfer decisions. And Real Madrid have Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, two fantastic but aging midfielders, so they will be interested in Bellingham. But after signing Camavinga and Tchouaméni, can Real Madrid blow another 100 million on Bellingham? They probably can, because they are pretty much financed by the Spanish government. This is why Bellingham is on Real Madrid's list, that they have aging midfielders, but it's important. The player doesn't have an agreement with any club yet. Chelsea are also thinking of a new midfielder as well. They wanted Frankie de Jong this summer, but they couldn't get him. Frankie de Jong didn't want to leave Barcelona, and good for him. Barcelona are looking much better. They are in the process of rebuilding, and N'Golo Kante has a very difficult contract situation with Chelsea. They still haven't signed a new contract extension for N'Golo Kante, so there could be a massive problem in Chelsea's midfield as well. Bellingham is attracting interest from Chelsea, so let's see what happens with this long list of clubs. And also the Daily Mail is reporting that Chelsea entered the race to sign Jude Bellingham. And according to the Telegraph, Chelsea was told that they are behind Liverpool and Real Madrid, because Liverpool and Real Madrid have been already in contact with Bellingham and his representatives. And I mean, it's crazy how much money Chelsea have. Again, they found a super mega rich owner. They blew 270 million pounds on transfers, in the summer, and they don't look much better than last season, so far at least. And if they can blow another 100 million on Bellingham, that will be absolutely crazy. So Liverpool will probably have an advantage over other clubs because Borussia Dortmund are interested in Naby Keita. Naby Keita still has yet to sign a new contract. Apparently there are rumors that Liverpool and Naby Keita are in talks on a new contract, but many of you guys said in a video, under the video where I said that Liverpool are in talks with Keita, that Liverpool shouldn't extend the contract of Naby Keita, and you guys made some very valid points, which I agree with, but we don't know what kind of wages Naby Keita is asking for, and also we don't know whether Liverpool thinks it will be maybe a lot more expensive to replace Naby Keita, because then essentially you have to sign a player who is as good as Naby Keita and hopefully who is not as injury prone for 30, 40, 50 million pounds. But if Liverpool want to go in the direction of Bellingham, that would be a more than adequate replacement. But I still would keep Naby Keita around, because basically you just have to extend his contract, and that's always cheaper than letting him run down his contract and signing a replacement. And the German outlet Bild is reporting that Dortmund are interested in Naby Keita. But Liverpool have a very short window to get this deal done, because Naby Keita's contract expires at the end of the season, so he can already start negotiating with Dortmund on January the 1st on a pre-contract agreement. So if Dortmund are interested in Naby Keita and maybe a January transfer would be feasible, then we should sit down with Dortmund and fresh out the deal. And also it's very interesting that BBC ran a poll over which club Bellingham should join, and you guessed it, which club won the vote. It was Liverpool. Credit to Empire of the Cup who posted this on Twitter. So BBC Sport polled fans on who Bellingham should join next summer, and the fans picked Liverpool. And it was pretty much by a landslide, 46%. So almost half of the people said Liverpool, 16% said Man United, 12% said Man City, and only 8% said that he should stay at Borussia Dortmund for the time being. And I think Liverpool would be the perfect club for him, I honestly think that. And Jordan Henderson said something very interesting about Bellingham. He said, I like Jude, I think he's an amazing player, he's a fantastic professional, and his mentality is really key for his development. I almost don't want to big him up too much, because he's still a young lad, he's still basically a teenager, but the hype is so much around him already. There will be a lot of pressure on him at a young age, but of course he's a top player, and I'm sure he will have a big part to play in Qatar. Do Liverpool fans want England to go far in the World Cup? Probably not. Not just because we don't have a lot of Liverpool players in the team, and especially because Gareth Southgate doesn't rate Robertson, which is an absolute disgrace. He's the best attacking right back in the world for sure. But also because if England go far in the World Cup, then Bellingham will probably have a great World Cup, and that will just inflate his transfer value even more. And also James Pearce confirmed that a key player, Andy Robertson, will miss the Brighton game on October the 1st, but he's still on course to get back to full fitness. It means Kostas Tsimikas will start in Robertson's place at left back, but we have to be careful of Brighton. They started the season very well, and they also have a new manager, Roberto De Zerbi, who got great success at Sassuolo and also at Shakhtar Donetsk. They were leading the Ukrainian league when it got suspended because of the war. And also Liverpool have a new partner in commercially, Coca-Cola. They became official partners, and already fans are saying Bellingham 2023, here we go. I love this, that people are posting they are buying Coca-Cola, so Liverpool better buy Bellingham. I just absolutely love the sense of humor of these Liverpool fans. And Gabi Agbonlahor said something pretty outrageous, that Trent Alexander-Arnold should retire from English football, England international football, because if Gareth Southgate doesn't pick him for the World Cup, he should just pack it in. But I don't agree with that, because if England changes the manager, and I'm sure that they will after the World Cup, because if it wasn't, the World Cup wasn't this close, Southgate would have been already sacked. Many of England fans want Southgate to be sacked, so why would Trent suddenly give up playing for England when under a different manager, he could be a regular starter or regular player. Agbola, who I don't really rate as a pundit, he said, if I were Trent, I would retire from international duty if I don't get in a World Cup squad. I would retire until a new manager took charge of England and give me the opportunity 100%. Because what's the point going away in these international breaks without playing? You could stay with your club, rest and prepare yourself for Liverpool. And for Southgate to come out and say Trippier is all-round better than Trent, I think that's an insult. I do like Trippier, but Trent is an all-round better player than Trippier. Walker and Reece James for me are better than Trent, but don't say Trippier, come on. Joke's over, Gareth. I love that these pundits roast Gareth Southgate. I wouldn't surprise me if he did retire. We have seen players in the past retire from England duty because they weren't getting opportunities. But that's the thing, you don't retire and then unretire when a different manager comes in, because that would rob England fans of the wrong way. It would send the wrong message. And Trent, I think, loves playing for England. He loves his country, so he wants to represent England at the highest level, and he should go to the World Cup, no question. Bayern Munich's chief executive Salihamidzic also said that Mane needs a little time to get used to the Bundesliga, but he still expects Bayern to have a lot of joy with Mane in their side. Mane has struggled for consistency since he joined Bayern Munich. He started off very well, he scored like 3 or 4 goals in his first few games, but then the goals have dried up. But Bayern also weren't in great form. They collected 3 points in the past 4 games. Sadio still needs a little time, he said. He has to get used to the Bundesliga too, but he will, Salihamidzic told Bild. I speak regularly with Mane. I know what it's like to arrive as a newcomer to a team in a different country, in a different city, in a slightly different football culture. Sadio is in this process. Everything will soon be more familiar to him, and we will soon see that on the pitch as well. He's one of the best players in the world. We will still have a lot of joy with him. And I believe Mane will come good, because Bayern will create so many chances that Mane will eventually start scoring again. Good luck to him at Bayern, but just not against Liverpool in the Champions League, obviously. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.